So this is the same lighting I always have, and you see how dark it is. So it's crazy.
Yeah. It's that time of year.
It is. Every day is like this. This is the same lighting I always have, and you see how dark it is. All right.
It's like the atmosphere cooks all day, and then right at the end, right when I'm about to leave work, it booms. You know, it's unreal.
Oh, yeah.
We have enough light for you guys here.
Well, just saw the lightning.
Yep. Okay. Open. All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I feel like it's like so long between lives at the minute, but there's lots of traveling going on and kids off for summer and things. So I'm here, and tonight we've got some really fun stuff going on. We are going to be using the new Happy Winter Wishes stamp set, which is one of our white rubber stamps. And we're going to be using it a few different ways. I got some cool ways for you to use it and share it and kind of try it out and things. Maddie is on call for anything I might have forgotten, because I've already packed up all my craft supplies and just had to grab some, because I'm off to Salt Lake City to a trade show for independent retailers. And I leave late tomorrow because my flight is at like stupid AM on Friday morning. So I'm just filling up my water brush so that that's ready to go. So let's jump. It's full. It's got some water in it. So there you go. You saw that lightning right there. All right, let everybody in. So we are also live on YouTube. So hello to everyone over on YouTube. Hopefully the power lasts out and you know it all goes well, but I wanted to dive in because we do have lots and lots to cover, and I'm super excited. Now, for those of you who are signed up to the Crafter Holiday Party, which you can go and sign up if you haven't already at crafterholidayparty.com. I'll put it in the chat too. It's totally free to come. It's on July 16th, so it's 10 days away. Holiday, type in one-handed party.com, and we're going to craft from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We've got tons of stuff going on, and make sure you are checking out the emails I send you, because the other day we added a Facebook group and the info was emailed out. You can also claim a free ink pad if you haven't already tried our inks. And if you do follow that free ink pad link, there is a way to get a full set of ink pads at an amazing price. It's like nearly half price. It's awesome. So there's all of those things that Bethany added in for you. So there's tons and tons of things being added all the time. So keep a really close eye out on all of that as well. And if you haven't signed up, go sign up and then check out the emails we send you. All right. So here I have some supplies on my desk. So I am mostly packed up to go to a show in Salt Lake City for independent retailers. So I'm going to start off with some nice things. You don't have to really have huge amount of supplies for with this one. So this is a white rubber stamp. If you've never seen this before, the white rubber, we make all of these in-house. Like literally, we make them in my garage. Cody vulcanizes them. I cut all of these this week because he's super busy. He's coming with me to help me with the trade show. So I actually cut all of the stamps this week. So hopefully they're okay. But the white rubber is our own special compound. It is nice and clear. The white I like because you'll see when I'm in it, when I put my ink on it, I can see what's on it. It also has a special additive that allows it to clean up really, really, really nicely as well. So let's just peel the backing off. They come cling foamed. Yours will be on a thick acetate storage and in a storage pocket as well. This is one that I just grabbed literally hot off the press from the other day. And we're going to start off, and I'm going to put my cardstock into my Misty. And I like using those sticky grids that Misty have. And I'm pushing it right down into this bottom left corner. And I'm going to put my stamp on here and center it up to start with. I'm going to cut all these panels down when I mount them into cards. But I'm just going to start off by doing this and picking it up. And I want to stamp out using fog, first of all. Okay. I'm going to take the fog ink, which is our nice gray. Yes, you can get these stamps right now, Olivia. These ones, this one particularly is in the store. So I'm just going to do that. Ooh, light smush. Okay. And I'm not worried because this one looks a little pixelated. So normally I would probably stamp that a second time. But for this, I really don't mind. I'm just going to literally pull out the sticky grid. And one of the new things that we are releasing tonight, Lisa, those links won't work because they've got admin in them, is a coordinating stencil that goes with Warm Winter Wishes. So you literally can line it up on top like this, if I can get it right. Maybe I've got the test one. All right, I'm gonna do mine in 2 halves. And yours, okay, so if you don't know, we make all of our stencils in-house too. So this was off the test board that Bethany made. So I'm just gonna go with the flow on this one, but I'm just gonna move mine around. Yours will fit perfectly. The boys who make the stencils, they're not crafters, they don't teach check that stuff. So I don't know where in the process mine came out, but this is going to be super cute by the time we're done. So there's this one. Okay. So I'm gonna put mine down and I'm gonna grab out some colors that I want to use for Christmas cards. Let's see, maybe some tartan teal, English mustard. I'm kind of making myself like a little Christmas rainbow here rather than being like the bright rainbow I normally do. Richard of York gave the blue. Neon lights is a little bit light. But let's do some Vegas strip. Gave Bethel in Vegas. So this is going to be my Christmas rainbow right here. Yes, Lisa, the stencil is new. Oh, Jen, I love metallic inks. I'm working on all sorts of inks. Actually, if you're coming to the holiday crafter party, you should be able to order the white ink. Finally, which is awesome. Because you all know how long I've been working on that white ink. Wow, it really is going for it out there. All right, so I'm going to start off with some telephone box. I'm going to blend off over here because I don't want it too harsh. I actually usually do one end and the other at the same time. So again, I'm using my Maker's mat here to soften up my ink colors, except I can't do that because I forgot this to fit because it's not the right one. I must tell these boys to check mine before the live. All right, I'm going to come in here, orange. And then yellow. Kind of bang on so far with my colors. Richard of York gave. I'm actually going to lift this now and move it just a smidge so it lines up perfectly on this side. Yep. And we're going to some Vegas strip. finally some sugar plum. To make a nice Christmas rainbow. Look at that gorgeous fade across with those kind of Christmassy colors. And I left it on my Misty sticky grid so I could grab my Misty back right here. Put it in this bottom left corner. Then we can take our black ink. In the corner. And the reason I did the gray was so I could line up my stencil perfectly with the stamp. And then, of course, the nice part is then you can just firm up those colors. Look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous card front? Just to quick and easy as well. You can make them in bulk, super simple, like stamp them all in fog, stencil them. Of course, you won't have to move your stencils. And it really gives you that pretty kind of blend on there. And then the black just firms up those lines, so it looks really nice. And there we have our happy winter wishes. If you wanted to, of course, you could blend extra colors and things. I just like the idea of that. You could blend color across the whole panel and just pick up some of the color with some water, or you could firm up color. Like you could do all sorts of different things with the blends using that stencil. It's a really, really versatile stencil. So that's that as well. Bethany says, nice. I didn't understand your plan when I made the stencil. Yes, it's designed to make it super quick and easy to color in. But there was an alignment issue, Bethany, so I don't know if, because my one's one of the first ones, so I just want to check that. We'll check that in the morning before we dispatch any. But yes, so super, super cute. But there is our first Happy Winter Wishes card. Okay. Yes, you could do that too. You could heat emboss with snow and clear and then do black and white, wipe them. You absolutely could. You could do all sorts of fun things on that. So then I thought, what else can we do with this stamp? So I also have an idea to get 2 cards from this stamp by doing the inverted version of the same cards. I'm just getting a little bit of water on my cloth here, cleaning this up reasonably well. Doesn't have to be perfect. Any means. Actually, one of them was going to be black, so I probably should have stamped that first, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to put my piece of black cardstock again in that bottom left-hand corner, and I'm going to grab some clear ink this time. She said, I like that you use different colors for a holiday card instead of just red and green. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes it's fun to kind of add a little bit of color in here. So I'm just using clear on here. Over. Smush. Open. I'm going to do it twice just in case. I always do it twice. This storm is insane. This is probably one of the worst ones we've had. Okay. And so I'm going to peel this off of here. And I grabbed out some white embossing powder of ours. And I'm just going to use a piece of other black cardstock on here. Seal off that comes on it. Come on. There we go. I like to kind of use the whole jar because you're going to put back everything extra anyway. And so one thing is the combination of our cardstock, our ink, and our embossing powder. You see, I didn't use any kind of embossing powder tool on there, and it comes out pretty much perfectly. Like, I didn't use anything to take away the static. Wow. And yeah, so super easy. I'll put this over for a minute, and I'm going to heat emboss this with my heat gun and my Ranger one right here. This one takes a little bit longer, but it will do the job. So if you only have the Ranger one, that's fine. If you only have the Wagner one, that's fine. You can do whatever works for you. So I'm just giving this a blast. As I say, this one does take a little bit longer. I've got everyone texting me, seeing if we're okay in this storm. Apparently the guys, Cody and Chris, who work here, they were just on their back porch, and they said that they were standing there and literally they watched the lightning blow a hole in the canopy. That's how bad it is. My phone is going nuts. The county's messaging us and calling us, and it's a pretty bad one. So you can see this one is melting. Now it's nice. Now the gun is nice and hot. It's not too bad. It just takes, this gun is a little bit slower to heat up. But the one thing I do like about the Ranger gun is if you're working with anything that has water in it, like watercolor techniques and our watercolor stamps and stuff, I do like that this has a lower airflow, although it's the same temperature, so it doesn't blow your water around so much. So it's just my personal preference, but and so you're just wanting this, if you've never done heat embossing before, I'm heating it, it will change from a powder to a crisp white enamel. I also think this would be really pretty done on vellum, because you can heat emboss on our vellums. And then you could just put a colored piece of cardstock underneath, or a rainbow piece of cardstock underneath. And I think that would look super pretty too. Or if you did it with, you know, one of our colors on the vellum, I think that'd be a really nice technique as well. You could try with that too. Now super hot because it's all reflecting off onto me. So there. So yeah, I used clear ink, Olivia, and then I used our white and snow flurries embossing powder. Look how beautiful and crisp that is alone. You could literally just use that. You could use kaleidoscope powders to color it in, you know, all kinds of different things. And it would be really, really pretty on there. And then I'm going to do the same thing, but on white. And my plan was to use black ink, which is why I said I don't really need to change it. This up a smidge. Thanks, Alicia. Okay, so again, really nice and crisp and clear. So our black ink is instantly alcohol marker friendly. Okay, you don't have to heat dry it. You don't have to do anything. Just give it a couple of seconds to soak into the paper because it is water based. So, you know, it's just got that water a little bit has to evaporate from it, but you absolutely can just go straight in with your alcohol markers, color, have fun, all those kinds of things. And then right now I'm just using water in between stamps. At the end, I will clean it with stamp cleaner, but between stampings, honestly, just doing it with this is fine. I also thought we'd just check I got the supplies here. We're also going to do one of these. I'm going to stamp this time in telephone box. And then this is all my stamping done because I'll have my 4 cards done. And where did I put my smusher? And then I do have a couple of cool stencils I want to share with you as well, that Lisa and Bethany designed. Super cute. So we're going to play with those too. So here's my happy winter wishes. As I said to you, these are water-based inks. So you can do all kinds of fun things. They are water reactive, you know, all that kind of stuff on here too. Jay says, Alexandra, you've been hit in the eye, arms looking up. No, I am nice and tanned though. We went to the beach. We went to Sanibel Island, which was really nice. And then I have been going to the gym, but I've mainly been working on my stomach. So that's all good. So what you can do is if you just want to do something quick and easy, just grab a water brush like this. And you can pull all, not all, but you know, some of the color that is stamped out and literally just color it. You don't need to get Copics out or do anything. You could even grab some extra color if you wanted to add another color in. But I'm just using the color I've already got here. And it makes it look like this little faux watercolor. I'm going to pull the fire out. And then a smidge on here. So you see, I'm not spending lots of time. I'm not trying necessarily to keep fully within the lines. You can also stamp in a rainbow pattern. So you can stamp a little bit of red, give it a clean, stamp a little bit of each your colors and do it in a rainbow, and then do this same technique and it'll look like a rainbow watercolor. So just like we did earlier, but a rainbow watercolor version. So I'm just finishing this off. So look at that, like super, super easy, but it looks really effective. And you can see there, it just looks colored in. And as I say, if you wanted to, you could grab out a little bit of tartan teal, just pick some up on here, and maybe you want to add some little details. And it doesn't have to be like huge details. Maybe like a stripe in the scarf. You can see, like, I'm not doing tons of the tartan teal, but I'm just kind of like picking out little bits. This is a tree, so I'm kind of almost making little ornaments that go on my tree. Maybe the fur on the boots. Just a smidge on here. So again, like not tons and tons, but enough that if you want to add some pops of color, like how quick and easy was that to just wipe over it with just a little bit of green. Paul says, would you watercolor each color separately before moving on to the next? Not necessarily. I mean, as long as you're not going to make mud, but this is, you know, I've just done green and red, which typically would make mud. But because I'm going directly from the pad and my brush is pretty dry, you literally can just kind of pull that color in and it's not going to do anything like that as well. Yeah, similar technique, Wendy, but just, you know, also being able to add in some extra little pops like that. And say you even want a little bit more. When you do the rainbow color, yes, you would do each color. I'll give you a couple of tips in a second. So here I could add maybe like a smidge of purple. So you can kind of pick as and when you want to, but it does not have to take you forever to color images. So this is really about, you know, this is a pretty high intensity image. You could do rainbow kaleidoscope powders and things too, but if you're going to do the rainbow stamping, let's just grab a piece of cardstock, look at the Misty back, Misty sticky mats. So I'm going to clean this off for a quick second. Clean this one down. This one's red, so it's going to be a little bit trickier to get rid of. Let's grab out some Let's get that out of the way so it doesn't get. So you do want to make sure your stamp is reasonably clean when you're doing the rainbow technique. Hoping this is clean enough. So before I do the rainbow technique, I would give my stamp a really good clean, like, you know, take it to the sink, clean it. We're going to finish this card off in a second too. I'm going to put this one over here as a done one. So you're going to start off, let's do the same colors. We'll do the same colors we did before. You're going to take this. You do want a rag, kitchen towel, microfiber cloth, something. It doesn't really matter what, but you do want something. And so what you're going to do is start with your first color and ink up your first section, just like that. Take your rag, kitchen towel, whatever, and just dab on that end, okay? And then we're going to flip this over and smush. And then I don't clean it. I just kind of give it a light wipe because I like to still be able to see where I was working. I'm going to go into, say, red luster. Do the same thing there. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to, this side though, I'm going to dab both ends. And then we're going to smush. So you see how you get that really nice fade going in there. So again, give it a quick wipe. We used a yellow, I thought we did. Yeah, English mustard we use. So again, I'm just going to go in, my bit of yellow. Dab each end. Wipe. Top and teal. You see, I'm not like wiping or doing too much with my dab. It literally, all it is to pick up a little bit of ink so you get this perfect fade between them. So you can kind of see how this one's going in here. Okay. our blue. So again, we're going to dot and dot. And if you miss a bit, that's okay too. Like I missed a little bit of my thermometer down here. So I'm just going to go a little bit further. Dab, dab. Finally, some sugar plum on the end here. And this time, of course, I only have to dab one end. Just like that. Look at that gorgeous rainbow stamping. Super easy to do. And creates like, a really kind of fun effect on there too that you can use. Hey, Amanda. So there's another way you can do it. So we've got 2 rainbow Christmas cards now. All right, let's just pop that in there. And let's go back to this one, because this one I think is going to be really cool because you can kind of do 2 at once doing this technique. And because we use the bottom corners the same, this idea should work. Because remember, I put it in that bottom left corner. I'm going to use my nested circles right here. And I want to cut out my winter wishes. I'm going to use, for those of you who don't know, we've also acquired another cat. So there's like cat toys everywhere and all sorts of things. Here I'm going to take my Post-it paper here. So I'm going to take this on to here. And again, I got the 2 bottom corners. Now I'm not so worried about it cutting through the bottom one, but I really would like it to score where that bottom one's going to go. I'm going to trim off a little bit at the top just so it fits in my piece here better. Everything sandwiched up. So I'm going to line these 2 bottom ones down here. Bottom left corner to bottom left corner. I'm going to cut this out. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you to do, cut this out and I'll show you. I'm not convinced about that not moving, so let's do it this way. We'll do them separately. I'll show you the way to line them up. So just put this in here in the long folder for the diamond press. And then we're going to run this through. Super easy. There's our winter wishes cut out. And then all we do on this one is we're going to line up so. See how easy this is? Slide this underneath. And now we have the perfect positioning, just like that. Super easy. And I'm going to go through here, cut this one out. Same thing. If you haven't seen the little diamond press, it's the greatest little machine in the world. And there you go. So you could either just, I think, use this on a card, like a card front like this, and maybe mat it on another color. Super simple. What I thought you could do, which would be really fun, was to just switch these 2 out and you would have 2 cards done, use a little bit of foam to raise them up, or perhaps on one you raise up this piece And on the other one, you could raise up this piece and you'd have two simple cards. You could also ink blend over this one and over this one. So you could have a rainbow piece in the center. You could do it so just these center pieces were colored in. So if you wanted to, you could grab out your stencil, find your winter wishes like this, and just, whoops, move my piece. Try and get that kind of lined up. So you could even just, this one is my leftover Coronation Purple brush. Extra purple. And then you could pop that in like that. You could even color this one in with some kaleidoscope powder. So you could really play around with kind of having fun with it and doing different things. But then, you know, and as I say, you've got the idea of doing just the circle. You also, and I know lots and lots and lots of you have our spotlight circle. So why not just, I'm going to put this A2 piece in the right place. Kind of the right place. That's probably about right. So what you can do is literally just do that. Now bear in mind my stamp is dirty, so it's going to be slightly different, but just take your stencil, put it over your piece like this, just hold it on, be kind of gentle with your ink and it won't move too much. I need somewhere to put something messy down there. And then just do your stamping. And you see, you could just stamp that circle, assuming your stamp was clean, of course. Or, you know, you could have it like that too. But you can do that and just stamp out the solid piece in the center there like that too. And then you would just have that piece stamped out, perfectly done. Just use your A2 Spotlight stencil as well. So again, another thing, Lisa, could you drop the circle dies link on YouTube for me, please? Bo was just talking about them. Thank you. So there's that too. Also, we do have a couple of other stencils tonight, which I put somewhere really safe. Oh my goodness. I just literally had them in my hand. I was even showing them to Lisa. Lisa, any idea where I put them? I just put them down super safe. We had them at the beginning of the live, so we can't have gone far. I feel like I'm losing my mind. They're in the last place you'll look. Thanks, Sandy. I had them in my hand at the beginning of the live because I grabbed out the circle. This is like true crafting right here. Addie, we need you. I'm losing my mind. That's right, I found it. Thanks for appearing. You made it all work. Okay, so we have some cool stencils down here for you. The first one is called Pine Cone. So let's play around with that for a second. I need some white, maybe a little bit of Grand Canyon. Want tracing green. The frappe in here. I haven't seen my frappe. I don't know. Figure it out as we go. So I'm going to start with some frappe in flat white and move into Grand Canyon. Yeah, Maddie just needed to be near for them to pop up. Karen says for sure it's Twilight Zone sometimes, losing stuff without moving. I did it earlier. Yep. Who knows? So this is the pine cone. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to just put a little bit of tape on the back here just to hold it in place because I want to do a couple of different colors. Come on, tape. Don't beat me up this evening. I got my nails done at 9 a.m. I can't wait. They've just got to that point where they are too long. So I'm going to start off here with some frappe. Again, I'm going to use that little bit of blending. So you'll find on a lot of our stencils, we have that extra area for you to blend and play with a little bit. I'm going to start with that. Then I'm going to move into some flat white. Yes, you could definitely make the tip sparkle on this one. So I'm going to start off darker at the top here, then kind of just fade out as I go. Again, use that palette area because you can always add more ink, but it's very hard to take it away. And you can also then, once it's on that palette area, you can go back and pick it up to still use it. And now I'm going to go in with some Grand Canyon quite sparingly because Grand Canyon is super dark. But look how it just kind of adds that reddy tinge that I think really kind of brings it to life. And then we're going to lift this up and put our pine branch leaf on here. Wish we put one. We could put two on here. So I'm going to do one that kind of overlaps this way. And I'm going to move that one to the side. We're going to go with some British racing green and some Cotswold green. I'm going to start off with my Cotswold. And we're going to go in with our smidge of British Racing. Again, super dark color, go in sparingly. I'm actually going to do two of these. Another one up here. And then I'm going to go back to my tartan teal. I feel like that has that kind of like fir tree greeny kind of color. I'm also going to go back over the last one. I just really use what's there. I'm not adding any more. You see how cool that looks? How easy. Again, as someone said, you could now add some Maker's Magic clear glitter on here and it would look awesome. You know, all those kinds of things. You could stamp out some of the fir leaves from Bubble Like Bow. You know, all those kinds of things on there too. Super cute. So there's that. So that's one of the new stencils. There's also a couple of fun ones here. She's got Elf Yourself. So you have the elf feet, and then you have that. So if you, for instance, let's see what colors we've got right here. Let's just go tartan teal for a second. I'm going to use my Maker's mat. And then we had telephone box just now. When I get back from Salt Lake City, I'm going for 3 weeks. And I said to the boys, I said, I'm having a whole day in the craft room. We have the crafter party going on. Cody's actually going to be here for the crafter party. And I think Chris is going to be online doing links. I don't know yet. I haven't actually asked him, but it's on my plan to ask him. So that Bethany and Lisa have some support on that one. Let's see what we got. Bubble tea, clear, telephone. So you can see, I even play around with colors just on my maker's mat to see if it's a color combo I want to use. But look how cute that comes out. Isn't it adorable? Like the proper little elf foot. So that's called Elf Yourself. And then if you wanted to do a pair, literally clean your stencil, turn it over, and you can do the opposite side. So then you would have your opposite elf foot. So you can do both sides, even though it's one stencil. You can do your left and your right. And if elves aren't your thing, but perhaps Santas are, there's Booted Up. So again, you've got the Santa boot here. You can do this in black. You can do gold, marshmallow paste right here. So let's do one super fast. I'm going to make his boot red just because I have red right here. Rather than black. Then you're going to take this, and I would suggest using marshmallow paste because, well, it would just look awesome. But my Santa's going to have a tartan teal. And then you take this one right here, and you can either take some clear with some gold embossing powder, or you can take some English mustard and make that perfect Santa boot too. Yes, you could use bunny butts, you could use all those kinds of things. Des says, it's so nice to meet the boys in Orlando at Stamp Fest. I don't know if they're on here. Cody said he was going to try and hop on, but maybe the thunder put him off. I don't know. So yeah, so you can also do Booted Up. And you can also do Wrapped in a Scarf. So again, you've got the base of your scarf, and then you have the option to add stripes, or if you wanted to add marshmallow paste or an extra texture, like you could take this and put another texture over the top and make it another color. You know, you could do all kinds of things. But this is the one I really wanted to play with, which was why I was playing around on my maker's mat right here. Bethany designed this one, and it's so cute. So let me show you. Makes a bauble tree. And again, I would do some of these layers with glitter and maker's magic and embossing powder and all those kinds of things. And these are the kinds of things we're going to do at the holiday crafter party. So on this one, you just want to line up the triangle. You can either blend the triangle or just use a little pencil so you have it to line up each time. Here's my red, here's my purple. Let's see why I can't have a purple star on my tree. Do you? And then finally we're gonna put this one on, and we'll do some greens. Just like that, you have the perfect bauble kind of modern tree as well. So super easy. How cool is that? So what's your favorite out of those stencils? I think I would vote for either the, I don't know, do I go for the pine cone? Do I go for the bauble tree? Because I feel like you could do really quick and easy cards with that. But then I also love this one that we had that colors in my warm winter wishes like perfectly. It's a really tough choice. Tina likes the tree. Lisa likes the pine cone, tree. See, it's a real mix. Love the tree, says Jennifer. The tree and the winter wishes, the winter. See, isn't it hard to tell? But then I really love the elf feet because I feel like I do something really cute for the kids on that too. Maybe like a card from Elf on the Shelf because we do that. I don't know. Anyway. So that's all of those things. So that is what I have for you this evening. So quick recap. We made our cute little bauble tree. We made a pine cone. I still have giveaways. I haven't forgotten. We did super easy coloring with ink blending. I showed you how to make 2 cards at once or to spotlight a piece or I don't know. Also, I think this technique you could use a million different ways. I showed you how to do rainbow stamping, and then we did watercolor with adding some quick splashes of color as well. Whew, amazing. So Lisa's been dropping links over on the Zoom. There is also a bundle for tonight too. Plus, normally we release the stamp for next month, which we are releasing the stamp for next month. They won't actually be here till Friday. It is called, I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see. Let me grab my laptop and bring it over here with all my cute little stickers on that I'm accumulating. I see Bethany sent me the mock-up. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to go into my Zoom and share my screen so everyone can see it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's called Beacon of Light. In the background, you have this piece here, which we're going to build sunsets with and use it a couple of different ways. And then you have boats that fit on the sea. So this here actually creates, you have a sunset, you have a sky background, and then you have the sea here. So you can't quite kind of tell the way that this is made, but that's how it works. And then the boats fit on the sea, or the lighthouse fits on the sea, and then you've got some pretty ones in there as well. So this is now available in the store. Just know it will not ship till Monday because they're coming here Friday, and the UPS guy doesn't usually turn up to like 3-4 o'clock. But they will ship out early next week. But that is on the way to us as well. So that is available. Trying to copy Lisa's links to put on YouTube as well. And I'm going to put the bundle down there for you as well. So down there too. Sherry likes the pine cone. Bonnie says you whipped out a lot in a short space of time. That's me. I am the super fast card maker. If you are coming to the holiday crafter party, then be warned. We are going to, well, I speed craft, but what that means is you get to learn lots of techniques in that time. There is a lunch break. For those of you who are wondering, there will be a lunch break as well, because even I need to just have a quick break, get something to drink. We'll come back again as well. And the pine cone with Moscow mule, Lisa says, oh, I love that idea. I think that would be super, super cute. The Sandy says, for newbies, your mind will be blown what Alex can do in a short time. And wait till you see the release we've got to share with you as well. We'll be using all kinds of new cool stuff and things from before as well. So make sure you do go to the crafterholidayparty.com. I've put the link in both the Zoom and in what's the words I'm looking for? YouTube. So if you haven't signed up, do sign up and make sure you do open the email. So Lisa put, make sure ecom, E-C-O-M-N, excuse me, at makerforte.com is in your safe list, because we're sending out lots of emails, lots of goodies we're adding and all those kinds of things as well. Lisa says, buckle up, it's a fun ride. OMG, the release, and I can't tell you. And then Wendy says, Lisa, stop teasing us. Is it only on Zoom? So Beverly, it'll be on Zoom and YouTube. The Zoom link will get sent to you as soon as you sign up. The YouTube link we don't get till the day, because as it streams, that's when it comes up. So I will be sending that out later as well, but you'll get that on the day. Lynn says, what is the paper deal? Lisa, is there a paper deal that I didn't know about? Is that something? Bo says, I wish I could craft that fast and pretty. If you want to come to the Crafter Holiday Party, you can join anytime. You can hop in and out. You do have to be present for giveaways unless you're a VIP. VIPs also get lifetime access. I tried to click the link to the stencil and got kicked out the YouTube chat and got logged off YouTube. When you do VIP, I think the paper deal shows up. Oh, yes. So the paper deal, you get a load of pre-cut white cardstock. So our white 110 pound, the ultra white basics, which is awesome. You get a ton of that in different sizes. So you get A2 card fronts, A2 card bases, slimline card fronts, slimline card bases. And then you also get 20 sheets of black and 20 sheets of white in 8.5 by 11. So that's everything that's in there too. Join the Facebook group too. Yes, everyone can join the Facebook group. Laura says it's her first, looking forward to it. And for those of you who are on YouTube, if you are not already, make sure you hit subscribe and ring the bell, because one, it doesn't cost you anything. Two, it helps us and we'll let you know when we're live. But the third thing as well is, if every single person registered for the Crafter Party did that, we would hit 80,000 subscribers. Wouldn't that be crazy? 80,000 subscribers. Is the VIP shipping automatically, or do you have to respond to an email? It was available when you signed up for VIP Gen. It was one of the options it gave you. Like, did you want to add this to your cart? If you didn't get it, you can email Lisa at makerforte.com, and she can help you get back to it if you need to. And prizes. So if you're in the Zoom, you are entered to win some cool prizes. So what should we do, Lisa? 2 $25 gift cards, I think. Sounds pretty good to me for those of you on Zoom. Okay, so I'm gonna look away. Oh, I went off the comment. Okay, so the first one is going to Vicky Case on Zoom. And the second one is going to Paul Caswell. So congrats, Paul. I see you. You're the first person in my my little Zoom thing as well. So congrats to both of you. Bethany and Lisa will get those sent out tomorrow to Vicky and to Paul. You can, of course, save them for the crafter party. You can put them towards the bundle from tonight. Any of those things, absolutely fine. But thank you, everyone, for hopping on with me. As I say, if you're watching on YouTube, do give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you ring the bell. And make sure you, of course, grab your ticket for Lift Your Spirits next month. Go to makerforte.com. You can get your tickets to be on the Zoom. And if you're on the Zoom, you have a chance of winning. But in the meantime, I will see lots of you. I mean, like nearly 2,000 of you. We may hit that 2,000 mark, and I might add another Sizzix Switch to the giveaway, or another Cricut. We're giving away a Sizzix Switch so far, a Cricut Joy machine, $1,000 of gift cards, all those kinds of things as well. So yeah, all of that is going on. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed these awesome ways to use a stamp, just different ways to stretch the supplies you've got. And it doesn't have to be a Christmas stamp necessarily. You can use these techniques on anything. And I will see you all on the 16th. I'm so excited. Have fun, everyone. And I will see you when I get back from Salt Lake City. Let us know if you need anything, and we'll see you again